How do you update a bestseller? That's always going to be a challenge for car manufacturers like Mitsubishi Motors. On one hand, you have people who still love the design and performance. On the other, they also understand that the competition is getting fierce. Well, this is the answer. I'm Yuli Ang, this is CarGuide.PH, and meet the new Mitsubishi Mirage G4. The Mirage G4 has made a name for itself because it is able to combine great everyday performance with stellar fuel economy. This tried and tested and reliable setup continues for this update. It still gets a 1.2-liter 3-cylinder engine with MyVec, and of course that's connected to the Invex 3 CVT. Overall, it gives you 78 horsepower and 100 Newton meters of torque. And the best part, it gives you 23 kilometers per liter. Now take note, that is an AEP certified figure. That means theoretically you can travel more than 950 kilometers on a full tank in this car. And this is not a diesel and this is not a hybrid. Now, building on the latest updates for the Mirage G4, this new model gets little aesthetic changes that pretty much elevates it compared to the previous model. For the GLX CVT and the GLS, you get LED projector headlights. This is actually new for this update. Now, this ties in quite nicely to the other details that make the Mirage G4 a standout compact sedan. That would be things like the dynamic shield front end. This actually gives it a bit more aggression and it ties it in quite nicely with the rest of the Mitsubishi family. Now towards to the side, all models for this update get two-tone 15-inch alloy wheels. That's actually shod with 185/55 tires, and that is standard whether you get the manual GLX or even the CVT. Of course, this being a GLS, you also get the side indicators right here. The GLX manual, you'll find it right here at the front fender. Now, just like before, the handling of the Mirage G4 is all about everyday performance. It means it balances maneuverability with comfort and plushness. It retains its very maneuverable 4.8-meter turning radius, which means it can go through tight spaces without any trouble. And of course, if it matters, and it should matter, this car is still proudly made in the Philippines. Now at the back, Mitsubishi has also introduced this nifty new LED taillights, and this is new for this update. It builds on the other designs that they've actually introduced before, like this new bumper right here. This one actually has the sporty rear diffuser built in and the vertically oriented reflectors. This one is actually the hero color for this update. It's called Titanium Gray Metallic. This is the GLS model, and that is easily distinguishable by this one right here. This is actually the keyless operating system, or the KOS. What this means is that you can open things like the trunk and the doors by just the push of a button and without requiring you to whip out your key each and every time. How's that for convenience? Now, for you titos out there who still prefer to whip out their old-fashioned key, well, that's no problem because for this update, Mitsubishi is also allowing you to open that trunk using the key fob with this button right here. Now, regardless of how you open the trunk, you do get 450 liters of space. That's enough to fit things like grocery, luggage to the airport, and even a balikbayan box or two. That makes this vehicle practical and spacious. Now, talking about space, the Mirage G4 is definitely still small on the outside and big on the inside. As you can see right here, there's ample headroom, shoulder room, and of course, leg room, whether you're sitting at the front or the back. Now, the driver gets, just like before, an infotainment touchscreen right here at the center. It comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, compared to its competition, what I like is that the USB input isn't placed in the head unit itself, but it's been placed right here, and there's a nifty holder where you can put things like your cell phone. That aside, it also gets hard buttons right here on the left side, making things more intuitive and easy to use. And of course, this is the top-of-the-line GLS model, and for that, you get features like the automatic climate control and of course, the steering wheel buttons right here. Now, the biggest change for this update in the Mirage G4 would be things that you don't see. Building on the achievements in terms of safety of the previous model, it has things like the dual SRS airbags, ABS with EBD. For this update, standard across the lineup is active stability control. What this means is that it gives drivers additional confidence because the car is able to regulate both braking and engine output when going through puddles or other inclement weather. This gives you additional peace of mind and safety when you're driving it not just in urban settings, but also when you're taking it out on a highway drive. Aside from that, it also gets hill start assist, again, that's standard across the lineup. And for the GLS variant, rear camera system as well, giving you the utmost confidence in tackling tight parking spaces. So here's the biggest question, just how much do you have to pay for the new Mirage G4? Well, as I mentioned earlier, there are 3 variants and all of them have 4 colors each. It starts at a smidget below 800,000 pesos and it goes up to about 900,000 pesos. I would have to say that's great for a small sedan that's practical, easy to drive, and of course, pretty spacious. Now, if you want more information about the Mirage G4, you can check it out for yourself at any of the authorized Mitsubishi dealers nationwide, and of course, you can check out CarGuide.PH for more info.